video series, Canal Days, and thanks for joining us for today's episode of the memorials located in front of East Longmeadow, Massachusetts. I'm your host, Carrie, here with my co-host, local historian and founder of Historical Tours of Greater Holyoke, Robert Como. As your personal tour guide, Robert will lead you through some of the most iconic sites and their legends of historic significance throughout New England's preeminent and pivotal state of Massachusetts. With his expert insights, every monument and memorial story comes to life. Afterwards, don't forget to check out his website, holyokecanaltour.org, to access the full Canal Days video and podcast series. Also, check out his free in-person public tours he offers throughout Western Mass and the 2025 schedule for these special events. You can also book personalized private tours for groups of all sizes tailored to your interests. To discover all that and much more, remember to log on to holyokecanaltour.org. So, Robert, what is the focus of one of the memorials?
One of them contains the war deaths from East Longmeadow from World War I, World War II, and the Korean War. Now, there's none from the Spanish-American War because it's such a small war, and East Longmeadow had been born only a few years before that. So we're going to go see that more. But there's other things, anniversary plaques, so forth and so on. So let's go see. It looks like a brand new library. And we're going to go over to Memorial Plaza, which is right on this very busy center of East Longmeadow, where they have 6 roads or so leading into one. Okay, now we're on the point where the town hall joins together with the library. You have an old-time trough here. I bet you they can get it to work if they put some effort into it. And then they have plaques all around this green area. This portion is the town hall, and you can see they have a tower along the side of it. This plaque here is for East Longmeadow's 125th year, Historic Past and New Beginnings, from 2019. Alright, the plaque in the front honors the men from East Longmeadow that died during the course of the Vietnam War: Frederick Doughton, James Goodlate, Gerald Latender, John McFerdini, Lewis Newberry, and Calvin Wilson. And then behind it has a plaque that has 3 different wars on it, in grateful tribute to the enduring memory of those who gave their lives that freedom might live. World War I, Arthur Rowley. And on the bottom it has Korean War, George Thibodeau, town of East Longmeadow. And then in the middle it has World War II. And there you'll find 10 different names on it, including there's another Thibodeau, or Robert Thibodeau. Alright, so Blair, Butler, Day, Haynes, Lombardini, London, Noel, Peabody, and Rotson. So a nice memorial plaque there. Okay, we're at the East Longmeadow Town Hall, made entirely of brownstone. No surprises there, because they had all those 19 brownstone mines there. You can take out this beautiful red colored sandstone. Okay, now we'll go to some of the more plaques or emblems put up. This one's for East Longmeadow's 75th anniversary, 1969. We're right across from the Congregational Church, right in the middle of a beautiful square. Right, and then over here is East Longmeadow Centennial Year of 1994. What a beautiful caricature of the mines. And then alongside the left-hand side of the town hall. There's one memorial plaque. And there's also a plaque in the middle there, which I'll do another day. But back here, it tells you about a Liberty Tree Memorial, and they put a Liberty Tree up, the American Liberty Elm. Okay, now you get to look at the beautiful Romanesque revival style of East Longmeadow Town Hall and the tower along the side. So you can see the beautiful masonry.
Welcome everyone. Thanks for joining us for today's episode of Canal Days. As always, I am your host Carrie, along with my co-host, founder of Historical Tours of Greater Holyoke, Robert Como. Our Canal Days series delves into the vast collection of historical sites throughout Massachusetts, with Robert's expertise of local history as our personal guide. Each episode we uncover history throughout local communities, with historic houses, meaningful monuments, preeminent pivotal pioneers, and remarkable remaining remnants, all while uncovering their seminal significance. Today's episode of Canal Days will be canvassing the East Longmeadow Town Hall. So, advise us on the history of the East Longmeadow Town Hall.
Well, of course, East Longmeadow did not become a town until 1894, and so this building became the town hall. But the building itself existed from 1882, and it's located at 60 Center Square in the middle of East Longmeadow. Now, it was made beforehand because there was a lot of administrative duties to take on in this section of Longmeadow itself. So pre-1894, it was Longmeadow. And this is where those duties took place. And East Longmeadow started to take on the desire to become a town itself. And so this building was very handy for those reasons. Now, in front, there are more memorials that we talk about. There's also other memorials in the very front. And almost always associated with this building or very nearby was a library. So we'll talk about that too.
And describe the war memorials in the front of the building.
Okay, so every war that East Longmeadow has fought in is now here. And since it was not until 1894 that it broke off, and the first possible war is the Spanish-American War, but that was too small to have any men die during that war from East Longmeadow. So the big copper plaque in front, the first war that it has anyone on, is World War I. And there's Arthur Raleigh. And then there's World War II, where 10 men's names are engraved on the same plaque. So the same plaque has World War I and World War II, and it also has the Korean War at the very bottom. So the plaque apparently comes from the late 1950s, when George Thibodeau was added to the bottom from the Korean War. So it's nice plaques. Now, after that, of course, the Vietnam War happened, and right in front of this copper plaque, they put the 6 men from East Longmeadow that died during the course of the Vietnam War. And these things are very close, so it's about 2 feet in front of that one. So these memorials are it. Now, anyone before that, from what became East Longmeadow, would be on a memorial square on the town green of Longmeadow. And so prior wars are there. That includes the Revolutionary War and the Civil War, and possibly other wars.
And stick around, and we'll be right back after a quick announcement. Are you fascinated by local history and eager to investigate the obscure treasures off the beaten path throughout the state of Massachusetts? or maybe just seeking an unforgettable cultural activity for family and friends to enjoy, look no further than Historical Tours of Greater Holyoke, founded by Robert Camus. With over a decade of experience, Robert offers captivating tours and presentations of historic sites and landmarks throughout the state. Whether you're interested in canals, cemeteries, charming churches, or more, Robert's tours provide a unique and enriching experience for all. And that's not it. You can also schedule private tours tailored to your interests, ensuring a personalized adventure and unforgettable memories. Perfect for families and groups of all sizes, making for an exciting hands-on learning experience that brings history to life. Simply visit holyokecanaltour.org or email bobcat4214 @yahoo.com to book your private tour today. Getting back to our podcast, divulge what other features can be found in front and around the building of Town Hall.
There are memorials too, East Longmeadow's various anniversaries. There's a really big one devoted to its 75th anniversary that's very nice. It shows the Town Hall engraved into a brownstone, and that was very nicely done on it. And it's very big, it's about 3 feet high. Then, of course, the 100th year anniversary of the town foreman from 1994, and there they show the mines of the brownstone being mined with ox cart and cranes, and that one's very nice. It's also about 3 feet high. Also in front of this is the 125th anniversary. That one's very close into the town hall area. So you have the 75th, 100th, and 125th, all with nice little plaques on the front. There's also a little plaque to the Liberty Elm that was planted there. And so you have all these memorials and to the veterans that died, men that died during the wars that East Longmeadow was involved in, plus all these centennial markers, so forth. So it's very nice.
And inform us about the East Longmeadow Public Library's history.
Okay, so for a lot of its history is right inside the town hall. First in one room, the selectmen's room, then another room, a special room. But in 1957, they decided to move it to a building that's used to be close by to this town hall. It's no longer there. And in 1967, they actually moved into another building that was a store previously and moved in there. And then in the year 2014, they finally got their own building that looked like a library, and that is attached to the back side of the town hall. So it's always been strongly associated with the town hall itself, and it's grown in the number of circulated books and the patrons that attend, and has lots of nice programs. It has a local history room, so you can learn about East Longmeadow's history in a special room inside the library. And of course it has the necessary sections of a children's and teen section, adult section, and reference section. So it's grown up quite a bit into a real library-looking institution, and it's very, very much strongly attached, as always, to this town hall.
And thank you for listening to Canal Days and joining us on our journey through the Connecticut River Valley. And of course, a special thanks to Robert Camus, founder of the Historical Tours of Greater Holyoke, for sharing his passion and expertise with us. Remember, you can find more information about Robert's tours, book private tours, and explore the Canal Days video and podcast series at holyokecanaltour.org. And if you enjoyed today's episode, please like and share and comment, and we'd love to hear your thoughts and suggestions for future episodes. Don't forget to keep exploring and discovering history that is hidden in plain sight all around us. Thanks for listening, and don't forget to tune into our next episode of Canal Days.